Good morning, students. Welcome to my lecture. Myself, Mrs. Ruchika Bhatnagar from Dolphin Institute, working as an assistant professor. Today's my topic is communication. In this, we will discuss what is communication process, what is communication process and its types, right? So let's start our video. What is communication? The word communication is derived from the Latin word communicare, which means to make common, to share, or to transmit, or to impart. Communication is a common phenomenon. As we all are social animal, we cannot live without communicating, right? Indeed, the very attempt not to communicate something, okay? And this is a process of exchanging your thoughts, your emotions, your informations, your ideas and feelings. Through what? Through your speech, your signals, your writing and your behavior. Now, second one is communication process. Here is a process of communication. First step of communication process is sender. The sender is the person who sends the message, जो information को भेजता है, जो हमारे communication process को start करता है और वो sender होता है. Now, second one is message. It is the idea, information, view, fact, feeling or etc. It is a type of matter which sender wants to send. It may be a verbal communication or it may be a non-verbal communication. Now, third one is encoding. Encoding, the message generated by the sender is encoded symbolically, such as in the form of words, pictures, gestures and etc. आपके मैसेज को कन्वर्ट करता है ताकि रिसीवर तक इजीली मैसेज पहुंचाया जा सके. Now, next is media. It is the manner in which the encoded message is transmitted. It means what channels do. एक मैसेज को आगे कैरी फॉरवर्ड करता है बिटवीन योर सेंडर एंड योर रिसीवर. नाउ फिफ्थ is decoding. It is a process of converting the symbols encoded by the sender. What does it mean? It is a process of interpretation of the message by the receiver or the process of converting the symbols encoded by the sender. Means जब मैसेज को समझा जाता है रिसीवर के थ्रू, दैट इज डिकोडिंग. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज रिसीवर. Receiver is the person who is last in the chain and for whom the message was sent by the sender. He is the person who receives the messages from the sender. For your example, your teacher is your sender and your student is your receiver. Now, last is feedback. Once the receiver confirms to the sender that he has received the message and understood it, the process of communication is complete. Means when receiver's responses, तभी हम समझ सकते हैं कि उसे हमारा अगर मैसेज समझ में आया है या नहीं. Now, last is conclusion. Conclusion is what? Thus, in the process of communication process, first the sender creates an idea. The idea becomes your messages and thereafter message is transferred through some channels. The receiver receives the message and gives his responses. Finally, the sender gets his feedback. Okay. Now comes to the next topic is types of communication. There are two types of communication. First one is verbal communication and second one is non-verbal communication. Come to the first one, verbal communication. Verbal communication, it refers to the form of communication in which message is transmitted verbally, or it is a type of oral communication where the message is transmitted through the spoken words. It may be your oral or it may be your written form. ओरल फॉर्म क्या होता है या ओरल कम्युनिकेशन क्या होता है? लाइक फेस टू फेस इंटरैक्शन करना, टेलीफोनिक कन्वर्सेशन और स्पीच. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज रिटन कम्युनिकेशन. इन रिटन कम्युनिकेशन the message may be printed or handwritten. It may be your signs and symbols are used in communicate. Now next is nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication is the sending or receiving of wordless messages. Means what? The way you listen, the way you look, the way you move, means it does not involve any words such as your body languages or your gestures, etc. Now next is forms of communication. It will divide it into two categories. First is formal communication and next is informal communication. Now come to the first, formal communication. It is the official type of communication which can be your emails, which can be your letterheads, memos and reports and other such kinds of written material which can be considered as your documentary evidence also. Now next is informal communication. Informal communication is what? It is the one where there is nothing officially. It is also called as grapevine communication. Right? Now next is grapevine communication is what? It is an informal communication network within an organization. It is used to spread your information by passing the formal communication structure. It is an informal channel of business communication also. It is called so because it stretches throughout the organization in all the directions. It is formed by the individuals, groups or in an organization. The people in the group have something in common that links them together. इसको आप रूमर या गॉसिप से भी जान सकते हो. जब जिस पे सबसे ज्यादा ट्रस्ट होता है हम अपनी बात अपनी शेयर करना स्टार्ट कर देते हैं. That comes under your grapevine communication. Now next is importance of communication. You can communicate without motivating, but it's impossible to motivate without communicating. आप बिना मोटिवेट करके कम्युनिकेट कर सकते हो, राइट, बट मोटिवेट करे बिना कम्युनिकेट इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू कम्युनिकेट विथ ईच अदर इन अ प्रॉपर वे, राइट. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट communications. Thanks for watching.